You could just use that data on your own, right? But why did you decide to quit your job and give up that high salary to create this challenging app called LightTube? I wonder why I did that. The real motivation was the desire for everyone to become wealthy together.
No, there wasn't anything that grand, to be honest. In fact, I really didn't want to start a business. I didn't want to start a business. I had no intention of starting a business when I created Richgo. No, I created Richgo. Originally, I was making money on my own. That's right. And at that time, since I had written a book, I must have given some lectures. Do you know what people were saying back then? They wished that others wouldn't know too much about it. I kept this to myself, but I really felt the same way. I had never thought about starting a business because I had invested in this before. The reason I started to consider entrepreneurship is that I read a lot of books on success studies. I've had a reading habit for about 20 years, and these books often emphasize doing what excites you in order to live a happy life. When I do something that excites me, it should be enjoyable regardless of whether I make money or not. If the work itself is enjoyable, then whether it rains or snows. I have the motivation to keep working. Right. When that motivation arises, can I become an expert in this field? Yes, I can become an expert in this field. So, despite the ups and downs, doing what truly excites me is very important for living a happy life. I thought to myself, no matter how many success studies books I read, those are just stories in novels or concepts in those books. Where in my life would I find such experiences? I also had a decent salary and worked in a job. But was that job exciting enough to make my heart race? No, that kind of thing doesn't exist. It doesn't, right? I thought it was just in the system. But I really studied real estate like crazy for several years, looking for limits and using it as a tool to find the optimal investment areas and timing. I created Richgo to make money in real estate, and it's been great. All these forecasts have turned out to be correct. So from that point on, I started to think, it's something I love so much that my heart races even now. I still feel that excitement. It's been over 5 years, but there are still realistic fears. My annual salary is only about 100 million won. And in the early days, I didn't even earn a single one. In the beginning, I didn't earn even 10 won a year on purpose. Why? I simply had my own big aspirations, and that was what mattered. In the early days, the 2 members who started the business with me also received only 80% of their annual salary. For example, if they were supposed to earn 100 million won. The reason we started working was that, first of all, I had a job that I loved so much, it made my heart race, and it was something I was passionate about. There are many fields within real estate, such as redevelopment, reconstruction, auctions, regional analysis, land, and commercial properties. However, when it comes to identifying which areas to target, where to invest in real estate to make money, which locations are currently good, which are risky, and when to buy, I believe I can do it better than anyone else in South Korea. That's why I love it and excel at it. If this venture succeeds, a startup can grow into a company worth billions, or even trillions. As a man, I should have ambitions for such endeavors. So, why not take on the challenge? Honestly, I also went through a lot of ups and downs to get this opportunity. But am I going to avoid it? For realistic reasons? I ended up regretting it so much when I die. And on the other hand, no matter how difficult my business gets, or even if I fail, I think I can at least earn enough to have 2 meals a day, if not 3. At the very least, even if I fail, I should be able to manage that. And I believe that those who have earned some money can relate to this, but I think of money as being the same as food. Food. One of the things I'm also good at is that I know all the best places to eat. I have defined a list of popular restaurants using big data, and it's impressive. The restaurants too, yes. It's amazing. The buffet food at the Schiller Hotel or the Chosun Palace Hotel is fantastic. Eating it once in a while is delicious. But what happens if you eat it continuously? How many meals can you have before it gets old? That's incorrect. It's exhausting, and honestly, even if it's just a 10,000 won meal, it tastes good if you go to a popular restaurant. What I'm saying is that there is a law of diminishing returns. Just as there is a law of diminishing returns for food, there is also a law of diminishing returns for money. To some extent, I want to show off to others, saying, look at this house I bought, or look at this car I drive. But do I really need to drive a Ferrari or a Mercedes-Benz S600 for my life to be happier? No, that's not the case. Just having a Genesis is enough to be happy. Isn't it true that what is much more important than this is the kind of life I want to live? I believe a life where I can share the food of money with many people is far more fulfilling and happy, even if I discover something truly wonderful, if it's not just for my own benefit, but rather to provide some benefit to others, then I will feel truly fulfilled when I die. Right now, there is a lot of excitement and love. And yes, Kim Ki-hyun, you are rising in 2021. But what nonsense is this? Why are you opposing the short-term trends and saying that a major decline is coming? There is still a lot of confusion, but in time, everything will be revealed. In 5 or 10 years, it will be much clearer, and then we will know the authenticity of it all, whether the data is correct or not. If those things turn out to be true, and I can really help many people as a beacon in the real estate market, then many people will come to my funeral and shed tears, won't they?
I will go to Seongguk.
So now, the work I do may not be anything extraordinary, but one of the decisions I've made in my life is that we have many choices in life, and depending on how we make these choices, our lives can change. When I was younger, the choices I faced were simply between two options, an easy choice or a difficult choice. Right. But when I was young, I always made easy choices, opting for immediate gratification. As a result, things always ended poorly. So I thought to myself, let's try making some difficult choices. Please, let's not make easy choices anymore, like everyone else does. Instead, let's make the tough choices that others find hard to make. I lived my 40s that way, and it turned out to be really good. I truly felt myself growing and developing. So, I decided to give up my entire salary for this venture. If I want to keep it to myself, I worry about Richgo and how many people will know about it. Do you know what I was most afraid of? What if too many people use it up quickly? This was actually my biggest fear, but looking back now, it seems a bit foolish and naive. This is because there are uncontrollable factors in the real estate market, such as the global economy and government policies, which cannot be measured or quantified with data. So I learned a lot about these aspects and realized that I need to think more deeply and refine my understanding to communicate these points to people. One of the points where I receive a lot of criticism is when people say, you said that Duncheon Jugong was not good, but it has increased by over 1 billion won. I hear this a lot. However, I want to clarify that when I made that video, Duncheon Jugong had not yet started accepting applications for sale. I filmed that video in December, and at that time the atmosphere was really bad. But then, the market changed with the real estate measures announced on January 3rd. I regret not filming another video, saying that since the government has introduced special mortgage programs, it wouldn't be bad to consider the market's short-term rebound. I should have made that video, but I didn't. Many people don't pay attention to whether my video was filmed before or after the January 3rd measures. Therefore, I need to include the filming date in my real estate videos. I missed that detail, and if anyone missed a great opportunity, because of me, I sincerely apologize. It wasn't my true intention, and from now on, I will take those aspects into account to become someone who delivers more accurate, objective, and valuable information. I will strive to be Kim Gi-hwan. It seems like I am truly transforming into a YouTuber. I need to reflect on this. I must reflect on what needs to be reflected upon. The investment checklist 2.0 has been updated this time, so you can enter the coupon for the wish book. Next, since the era of auctions is coming, I have also created a way for you to experience auctions for free. You can enter the code for the wish auction. Now, how do you register the coupon? If you go here, you will find my on the Richgo homepage. Yes, if you go there, you can do it, but let me open Richgo and explain it a bit. Is this event only happening for a month? Now, if you go into the Richgo home, it looks similar on both PC and the app. Here, you will find the profile section. Click on the profile and then it will appear. From here, you can enter auction product, coupons or membership coupon codes. You can input the coupon code here. For the investment check, use the investment check option, and for the auction experience, use the auction option. I will also put this in a pinned comment, so please try it out. It will be very helpful for your real estate, decision making,